I just want to share my view concerning the incident with Kirk Franklin and his son. And I want to go straight into the scriptures and share with you Deuteronomy 32:39, which says, I am God and there's no other. He says, I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Right there we are seeing that God is saying he's a God of of polarity, that everything has its polar opposite. Then when we go again in Isaiah chapter 45 verses 5 to 7, again we see it says that I am God and there's no other. He said, I create the light and I create the darkness. Understand? I create the light and I create the darkness. I create good and I create evil. It's right there in the Bible. And then if you read, I believe it's Amos, I believe, 3 and 6. It says, can evil be done in a city and God haven't done it? Now, the reason why I want to share on this important subject is that most people do not know that God is their imagination. And that God in man is man's imagination. That is why I do not understand. Before you can kill, before you can steal, before you can do anything, it has to first be a thought, it has to first be an idea. That is why they do not realize that the devil and God is speaking of the same person. And it is you, whether you're living in the higher state of consciousness or you are living in the carnal mind or the lower part of yourself. So you have the head where all of the thinking and the intelligence takes place, and you have the body. And the body is a slave to the mind. So, until you learn to control your mind, you will understand that it's all about thoughts. And the central theme of the Bible is dealing with man's imagination. And that is why many people who do not understand these kind of scriptures, they might judge Kirk Franklin and say all kind of thing about Kirk Franklin, because they do not understand that there must always be balance, okay? And that each and every one of us, we are creating our personality by our thoughts. For the Bible says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Now, which one of us are not guilty for having the desire or the impulse towards someone else who's not our husband or our wife? Which one of us never had that impulse? So you see, when people do not understand how the mind works and do not understand everything is mental and everything is psychological, as a matter of fact, when they don't even realize that the Bible addresses the human mind and must be interpreted psychologically, that the Bible is not literal, neither is it secular history. For the Bible is written symbolically, and it has no reference to anyone who existed thousands of years ago, to any actual event that would have taken place on earth thousands of years ago. From the beginning to the ending of the Bible, it's all a great psychological drama. And it all have to do with the human psyche. That is why, if you're going to tell me anything that was done in the Bible from Genesis to Revelation, you cannot tell me that it wasn't first a thought, or it wasn't first imagined, or it wasn't first a mental. And that is why you have to understand the mind can operate in two different realms, which is referred to as God and the devil. So positive thinking and negative thinking, and all of us have to face all of those. So when people want to play that they're most holy and try to make you believe that you are saved by some sort of works, they are fooling themselves. This is all about unconditional love. This is about discovering love. And to discover love, you have to discover forgiveness. Love and forgiveness is the same thing. And that is why none of us can judge no one, because we have to be the judge of ourselves. Because there's no one to change but self. But because Christianity, especially secular Christianity I'm speaking about, is so twisted, they force men and women to live a false life. So what would have taken place between Kirk Franklin and his son, I'm saying that he doesn't owe anybody any explanation or any apology. But you see how the system can force you to be something that you are not? Are you going to apologize for what? Because you were taped and the world here, you expressing yourself in an expression that the rest of society believe that is evil. Evil is just the words live, spell another way. So my brother, my sister, when you understand your freedom and you taste of the law of liberty, the Bible tells you about the law of liberty, you can't get caught up in those kind of things. Trying to live based on how society see you or how society think about you. If it was me, I had no apology to make to no one. And as a matter of fact, if it was me, okay, it is quite likely that I could have put my foot up his ass. Because you have to understand that there's a lot of cause and effect. And you see, when people live their life, especially in secular Christianity, and they do not understand that there are laws that governs all of humanity, you see where the confusion comes in. Okay? But the cause and effect, every effect have a cause and every cause have an effect. Everybody see the effect, you understand, of what Kirk Franklin would have done, but they didn't see the cause. They didn't see the provocation. They didn't see all of that. That is to tell you that you have to be careful of who you are wrong and be careful of attachment. Okay? That's what I'm learning from that. It doesn't matter if you think that the person is your mother, your father, your brother, your sister. No, those who are vibrating on the same frequency with you, those who have the same mind, who are like-minded, those are the closest people to you. That's why you're told that the first commandment is to do what? Love the Lord thy God as you love what? Yourself. Because the self of man is God. And then your neighbor as yourself. So you will see God in everyone. And that is why you can't judge and condemn. But all these self-righteous Christians and judging and condemning, all kind of things to say. I just have the best to say. Because at the end of the day, there's no one to change but your damn self. So with that being said, peace. Oh, let me just say this. At the end, I'll let you listen to, I think it's about maybe a 1 minute or so, with what would have taken place. Peace. I'm out.
Enough a piece of paper. Okay, if you think I'm reading this paper, let me say it like this. When your bitch ass starts getting some shit that disrespectful, you need to get your skinny motherfucking ass back out the goddamn way before I put my foot in your ass. Because I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. Shut the fuck up. I'm old.
What's up?
I will punch your neck, nigga. Don't you ever disrespect me.
I did it. He just hung up the phone. I'll break your neck. Is that a threat?